Hi guys, so today we'll be creating this look using the Anastasia Subculture palette. I love this palette. I know there's been a lot of drama and controversy over it. I'm not going to really get too into that. I think enough people have covered that already. I just wanted to create a really pretty look that I thought was wearable. I'm probably going to post a couple of other looks, maybe something that's more neutral for people who think that this palette is a little bit scary, and then something that is a little bit bolder. So this is kind of the in-between look. I hope you guys like it, and if you want the step-by-steps, keep watching. Okay guys, so I already started and I prepped my face with the Pores Noir Dr. Brandt primer, my NARS smudge proof eyeshadow base, and then I put my foundation Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation on. And I just wanted to start with those things since the focus is really on the eyes today to save a little bit of time. I also used my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage, a little concealer, a little bit of the lighter color around my nose, and I set with the translucent powder, which I'll use again. I'm trying something a little different. I zoomed all the way in since it's really focusing on the eyes, and I filmed this yesterday and I thought that you really couldn't see too well, so I'm hoping this helps. I just started putting on some Tarte bronzer, the Park Avenue Princess, and I like this one because it has a little bit of a shimmer, which I thought was going to look pretty with the eye look, but it's not too aggressively shimmery. Once it's on, actually I don't think it looks like there's a shimmer at all. It just gives you a lot of life, which is nice. And then I'm going to go in with the Guerlain, I can never say this, Guerlain, that's not it, Guerlain, no. Anyway, the Terracotta Four Seasons, and I love this. I love the smell. All their products smell amazing. I just love it. And I'm going to kind of use, I think I'm going to focus on these two on this side. And this is my Sigma Tapered Face F20. And I'm just going to add a little bit of extra definition with this bronzer. I like this one because you can really customize it. You can use the lighter one. I think the lighter one is, for me, good for all over. And then the darker ones I use is a little bit of a contour. I'm going to clip my hair up because it's definitely starting to get in the way. That looks crazy, but it's okay. Okay, so now to really focus, this tutorial is all about the Anastasia Subculture palette. I mentioned before that there was a lot of drama surrounding this palette. I'm not going to get all into it. I feel like there were about, 900 reviews of this palette already complaining about it. I really didn't think that it was so bad. Like, I've been using it pretty regularly, and I don't know, it looks okay. You don't see a ton of fallout. It's not crazy messy. It kind of looks like any other palette. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit more fallout than others, but overall, I was okay with that because I just loved the colors here. As soon as I saw this, I realized, I just thought that there was so much I could do with this. It really says fall to me, and I think a lot of people are scared that, oh, there's this like bright yellow and orange and green, and they were like, oh, I only use, like nude. So I really think that you can use this palette in a way that works for you. Like, I just think that you can create a lot of beautiful looks that are not so bold and edgy. I like those looks, but you can do a lot with it. So I created 3 different looks. Today we're kind of going to do the one that I would say is like right in the middle. It's not totally crazy and out there, but it's a little more exciting than just like your basic neutral look. So let's go ahead and get started. And as I'm going through, I'll kind of talk about some of the different the consistencies of the colors and what I've found so far. And I'm going to go in with Dawn and Roxy in the crease to start. So Dawn is like the lightest. It's kind of the most basic of the colors. I don't know, is basic the right word? Yes. It's just a soft pretty pale peach shade. It's fine. I would say this one's not heavily pigmented, and most of them are. But that's okay. It is what it is. It's fine for what it's supposed to be. I love this Roxy color. This is kind of like a soft salmon. This one has a ton of payoff, so you really don't need a lot. And I'm just going to go right on top of that just to build up the crease here. And this was a color that when I originally picked this up, or actually I ordered this when I originally saw it and received it, I didn't really think I would use a lot because I don't really, as I've mentioned, I don't really use a lot of the warm tones. I don't really like oranges and yellows on me. However, I've noticed that in the crease they look great if I balance it out by with some of the cooler tones and colors that I think look good on me. They actually really complement those colors, and I assume that's why they put them in here. And they really make your eyes pop. So if you just have like, see how we're just creating that halo effect and it's just gonna pop through, it works. So then we're going to take, let's see, I'm gonna do Mercury. I'm gonna use Mercury, which is this color right here. And it's a really pretty taupe color. It's actually a great color that I would use all the time, and I think I'm gonna have that in one of my other looks as well. And I'm gonna use my small tapered E45 Sigma brush, and you don't really have to use a tapered brush. You could use a flat brush, but I'm gonna use a tapered for this because we're gonna create a halo effect. We're gonna put this on the outer corner. And I just like this brush. I just feel like it gives me a lot of control. We're going to put it on the outer corner and then on the inner corner. And it's really soft, this color. I love it. I don't see why this color, I don't know, I feel like this is a color that could work on basically anyone. On me it reads a little plum, which I really like. Hopefully you guys see that. It reads plum, but like a soft plum. I've definitely seen a lot of looks with this palette that were pretty bold and out there, and that's cool. But I was trying to kind of create a few different looks that were more wearable, so that people who are kind of afraid of, I guess, colors like this, the bright green, then you would know that there was something there for you too. So I'm definitely not doing this super carefully right now, and that's fine. I'm kind of bringing it together, bringing this through the crease. Don't worry, we're going to clean it up. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it. Make it not look crazy. So this color, it definitely needs a little work to get it to blend. But not a ton of work. Like it's not bad or anything. So then we're going to take this edge color. Now this is a color that I'm surprised by how much I've used it. It's this bright yellow color. Once it's on, it does not look as crazy. So I'm just gonna pop that right in the center of my lid. Right between that taupey color. Do you see how like it doesn't look neon yellow? It just looks like a neutral color that brightens up your eyes. And again, like I feel like these type of colors really pick up the little yellow or orange flecks in your eyes. And look how pretty that looks. I feel like it makes you look alive and awake. I do realize I smudged some over here, but don't worry about that. We'll take care of that later. Now I'm going to take that same tapered brush again, and we're gonna go into Rowdy. Rowdy is definitely the darkest, right here. It's definitely the darkest color. It's kind of like an alternate to black, and I'm really glad that they used that instead of black, because I don't know, if you're buying a basic palette, sure, it's nice to have a black in there, but like how many black shadows does everyone need? This is like a great alternative. Look how pretty that is. It blends right into that mercury color. It's funny because it looks so much dark. It is so much darker, but it really packs on nicely. Like, I put that right on top in the corner, and now I'm just gonna work it into the crease. And I'm taking a very small amount of product on the brush because it is highly pigmented. Okay, so yeah, I was really hoping that they were going to come out with a new palette, Anastasia, a new palette that worked for my coloring. I love the Makeup by Mario palette. I really just like the Anastasia formula and the way they put colors together, and I've really enjoyed using that palette. Actually, I might use some of those colors, mix them in with this one on another tutorial. I meant to look into that. But I think if you have dark hair, if you're a brunette, you can pack on more makeup. You really can. If you're lighter, first of all, if you're blonde and pale skin and blue eyes, you don't need as much makeup. When you're fair and you have dark hair, you need more makeup. Let me tell you. You really do. I have a lot of friends who have gone brunette and they're like, oh, I need to wear more makeup now. Now I'm just gonna go in with, where's the brush? I'm gonna go in with the Roxy and New Wave again. Well, Roxy I used before. I'm just gonna add a little more to the crease, and it warms it up. Look how pretty it kind of looks like. It kind of makes it look a little pink, which I think is great. It softens it. And then I'm just gonna use on that other brush, on the blending brush, the E40. I'm going to use the New Wave, which is a little bit more tangerine-y. This is the New Wave. Just to kind of push that all over the crease. Okay, now to make it fun and exciting, we're going to use that sparkly color in the center, this color Adorn, which I love. Like, don't you guys think that this whole palette just looks like fall leaves? Oops, dropped the brush. Looks like fall leaves, and the Adorn is kind of like when the leaves are mostly orange and then the tips of them are the copper color. That's what I think, at least. So I'm going to make my eyes coppery. So for those sparkly, the two, the electric and the Adorn, you definitely need MAC Fix Plus, otherwise it really doesn't work. So I agree with everyone who said that. This is my Sigma Eye Shading E55, just a small flat brush. Maybe I'll use this one. And we're just gonna pack this right onto the center lid, the center, right above, what was that color underneath? Edge. Right on top of the edge. Except I'm going to take it out, just put a little more. I'm going to take it out a little farther so that it kind of covers that line that we had and makes the transition a little softer. I see. That's how it looks right now. So I really like that, actually. And then I'm going to take a little more Rowdy again, the dark plum, and I'm just going to add a little bit more onto the crease to intensify it, since we had like 3 other colors in between. And I really think these all work beautifully together. Like the Adorn, the sparkle of the Adorn picks up the New Wave and the Roxy and the Edge. It kind of blends it all together. Let's see how I'm going to do this. I'm trying to not block the camera, you guys. Hopefully at least one eye is visible. Okay. I think it's so weird when people don't use any kind of eyeliner. And I don't mean like if you're doing like crazy lashes that kind of shape your eye like eyeliner does, but people who put on like heavy, I guess I just don't know, like heavy shadow, and then they don't have any eyeliner on it, it makes them look all bruised. I guess they don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner and curl my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I curled my lashes. I used my 2 black liners. I used my favorite Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal liquid. I don't know why it's called liquid. It's really not. Iconic liquid eye pencil in Bedroom Black. I'm obsessed with this. I will repurchase this over and over again. It is expensive, and I just can't find anything as good. And then my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. This is one of my favorite liquid liners. I don't know why this is a mini one. I think this was just like in a trial pack. I don't know, but I buy this full size all the time, but that one was a mini one. And then, so I'm just going to go ahead and put on mascara, and we're going to use the Urban Decay Perversion in black. I actually have started to really like this mascara. The first time I bought it was right when it came out. I remember they released it when Kim Kardashian got married, because Mario used it on her makeup, and I remember, this is so weird that so I remember when they listed all of the makeup that he had used on her for the wedding day, they had said like, this hasn't even been released yet, this mascara, and I bought it soon after and I hated it, or returned it, but I was like, let me give it another chance, because sometimes they change the formula, and I don't know if it's just because this is a small tube, because I've been saying lately that the mascaras are better in the smaller tubes. Like literally every single one I've tried is better. So I don't know if it's just that, or maybe they did improve on the formula, or maybe this was just a good tube and sometimes you get a crappy tube. They really are all different from tube to tube. It's a good thing Sephora lets you exchange it. So we're going to put another coat on in a second. I just want to keep going with the eyeliners for now. So over the black, I do like to layer multiple eyeliners every day. Over the black, we're going to use the NYX Faux Black in Blackberry, and it's a nice, kind of hard to see, it's a nice dark purple. It's very similar to the Rowdy color that we used, and we're actually going to put that on top in a second. So I'm just going to use this under the lid, over the black and under the lid, and maybe a little bit in the inner corner just to blend it in. It's almost black, that's why I like it, and the Rowdy is almost black, so this is a great color. I also have the navy one. I can't remember if I've shown you guys that before, but I really like these, and they're NYX, so they're super affordable. Then we are going to go back in with Rowdy. Actually, you know what? Let's do under eye concealer first, in case it gets a little smudged. So I have a new, I'm so excited, a new Dior Star Concealer, my favorite, and I'm just checking to see. There really was not much fallout. I know I tapped throughout. There really wasn't much. We're going to put, oh, I love the new concealer. I go through this stuff like crazy. This and the Charlotte Tilbury liner are my 2 guilty pleasures. So I'm just going to use a damp beauty blender to blend that right underneath. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the Rowdy color right here, and I'm just going to use a little flat brush. I don't even know where this brush is from, but I use it all the time, and I've had it forever, and it's just easy. I'm just going to pack that on top of the two other liners, and this just makes it kick. Like, this makes your eyes go like bam. Like Emerald Lagasse, that's who I just sounded like. Cool. And then I'm going to bring a little bit under here. Maybe that's too much. I would definitely be careful. Like, I just put too much on the brush. You really don't need a lot on that brush. It's super pigmented, that color. So you just need a bit. And then I am going to take my tapered brush and then just add a little bit of Rowdy again, right where that flick hits the crease, just to really make it pop. Just intensifies the eye a little. If you don't want to go crazy and you don't want to intensify it, then you could definitely leave off the last layer of Rowdy both in the crease and under the eye. I don't think you need it. I like it. I think that it makes your eyeliner stay throughout the day or night, and then you don't have to worry about reapplying. And then I'm just going to go in and put another coat of mascara on now. So that's pretty much the eye look, you guys. I really like it. Right? It's like purple and golden, and it just says fall. And but it's soft. Like, it's not too aggressive. I think it's pretty soft because it's purple and not grays and dark browns. And just to finish it off, the one thing in this palette, there's not really, I mean, the Cube is a light color, but there's really not a good highlighting color. I keep this MAC 9 shadow handy for these things. I don't even really, to be honest, like, I don't think this palette is super exciting, and I don't even think the quality is that great. However, it is great to travel with, and it's just great to have when you need those extra colors, when you need those lighter highlighting colors or just some transition colors. I really do use it a lot, even though I'm saying it's not that great. It's just handy. It's just one of those things that it's not a, you get 9 colors, it's not a huge investment, so it's good to have around. And then now that we're done with the eyes, I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter and blush, and then we're done. Let's go in with the Anastasia Moonstone. I'm not going to do a ton of highlighter, and just like I didn't do a ton of contour today. The highlighter especially, because this is going to be more of a fall look. Not that I'm going to stop using highlighter come fall. I'm just going to maybe soften it up a little. Not as intense as I've been wearing it. So I say now, meanwhile, I'll probably be piling it on in a couple of weeks again. That's that. And then for blush, we're going to use the Too Faced I Will Always Love You. And then I'm going to take the same brush that I use for bronzer. I've been liking mixing them together a little. I've seen a few other people doing that, and I think it looks good. I do think it just makes the transition less sharp. And this is the Pro Airbrush from Sephora. This is a nice blush. I feel like this is also a color that would look good on anyone. It's kind of like NARS Orgasm. It's just pretty and soft. I'm going to put some lip gloss on now, or lipstick on, and then we're done. So I actually went to Sephora to pick up a Marc Jacobs lip gloss that I love, and of course they were out of it. They never have anything I want in stock. It's so annoying, and that's why I always order it online, but I was like, oh, let me buy this. They didn't have it. So then I went to the drugstore, and I actually really like Milani glosses and liners. This liner I've been using forever. This is the Milani in Most Natural. It's great. It goes with everything. So then I thought this color was so pretty, but I'm so dumb and I didn't read the back where it said matte. I totally thought this was a gloss, and I thought it was so pretty, and then I put it on, still didn't see the back, and I was like, how could they not tell you this is a matte lipstick? Like, that's false advertising when it's with all the glosses. And then sure enough, like right on the back, it says matte. This smells good. You know what, this, honestly, you guys, this is a total dupe for Kylie Lip Kit. Like, so I love the color, but it kind of looks just like, I think it looks like cocoa, I want to say. And I own that already, so. A little bit less drying though. It's really pretty, and I think this, I don't know, maybe it was like $8. So if you want an alternative to the Kylie product, it is nice. I put it on. It's pretty. I like it. I like it with this. It's kind of like neutral. So that's it, you guys. I would set, I don't want my face to be all wet and glowy, but I would set with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. It's my favorite. I'll do that after this, and I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys like this look. I hope that, just so you can see, I hope that you guys will try it, and I think I'm going to post a couple more looks using this palette because it's definitely inspired me and I really like it. So hope to see you guys soon. Bye.